Good morning and welcome to Nigeria Now, showing on your digital first Pan-African news network. My name is Merciful Ajin. I'll be reading some stories from across the front pages of newspapers for this day. Of course, we begin from the Punch newspaper, and the banner headline there is Buni's lawyers, rebels colluded to procure judgment stopping convention. And that's coming from El-Rufai, the governor of Kaduna State, North Nigeria. And we have a couple of writers there. The Kaduna governor says Buhari, 19 governors behind Buni's removal support Bello as new chair. Buni refused to implement Reconciliation Committee's recommendation, alleges El-Rufai. And then we have APC governors stabbing sick Buni in the back, alleges caretaker secretary Akpanyu Dohidehi. And that's, of course, on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. From the very top, we see 5G telcos mall faced rollout. Fear consumers' weak purchasing power. That's on page 19. And on the electoral bill, Malami Amechi barred from primaries. Senate rejects Buhari's request. That's on page 2. Besides that, airfare hike looms over aviation fuel price. Marketers predict 700 naira per litre. And of course, our story is on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. NBA Lambas Umahi sacked governor hires 18 sons to battle appeal. NBA Lambas Umahi sacked governor hires 18 senior advocate of Nigeria, 18 of them to battle appeal. That's on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Underneath the picture of the day there, where we see a picture of a petrol tanker burning. Petrol tanker explodes, Lagos filling station, building burnt, many homeless. And of course, that's on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. 16 security agents killed as bandits attack KB deputy governor's convoy. That's on page 8. A mob lynches suspected Ondo motorcycle thief. Police arrest 4. And Bamishe, reps ask federal government to investigate murder, decry female killings. That's on page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. On page 7, soldiers detained for refusing to fight Boko Haram. 3 bandits escaped from Kogi detention. On page 8, IG mourns as Deputy Inspector General slumps dies in Abuja. That's on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. And on page 4, 9 killed, many injured in Edo, Ogun road crashes. That's it on the Punch newspaper. We move over to the Nation newspaper. Of course, the banner headline there is talking about El-Rufai, 19 APC governors endorsed Buni's removal. That story, of course, is on all the newspapers this morning, and we can get that on the front page of the Nation newspaper for today. From the very top, we see many killed in bandit attack on deputy governor's convoy. Senate refuses to amend Electoral Act. That's on page 4. The writer says Lawan defends action. Abba Kyari's extradition suit for hearing March 23rd. That's on page 3. On page 7, an article says why Nigeria can't meet OPEC quota by silver. All of the stories on the front page of the Nation newspaper. I will move over to the Business Day. Russia-Ukraine war stoking Nigerians' rising living costs. That continues on page 30 of the Business Day newspaper. Besides that, Nigerian airlines make instant payment for fuel amid scarcity. That continues on page 30 as well. Second Niger Bridge will spur economic activities in Anambra Delta, coming from federal government. And pensioners' assets hit 13.6 trillion naira. Government securities remain dominant. That's on page 31 of Business Day. We move over to, of course, the Daily Trust newspaper. The banner headline there says, as Senate rejects Buhari's request, Amechi, Malami, Ngige, others in tight corner. A couple of writers. The first mandated to resign before party primaries, and Kari says lawmakers violate understanding with president. And the senior advocate of Nigeria says no time frame for appointees to resign. Of course, that's on page 5 of the Daily Trust newspaper. From the very top, Ukraine war. Western sanctions taking toll on us, Nigerian students in Russia. That's coming on page 5 of the Daily Trust. On page 22, mixed reactions as air peace, Asman, 4 others form alliance. And then besides the picture of the day there, we see witness bandits on 200 bikes kill 13 soldiers, 5 cops in KB. That's on page 4. On page 24, federal government bans foreigners from buying produce directly from farmers. And then on page 20, how 13-year-old girl was gang raped by 7 men in Lagos. That's on page 20 of the Daily Trust newspaper. El-Rufai says Buhari gave us clear directive to remove Buni. The writer says he has not been removed, says Umahi. That's on page 14 of the Daily Trust newspaper. We move over to the Blueprint newspaper, and of course from the very top, 72 hours after designation of fuel stations, Abuja queues ease off. 72 hours after designation of fuel stations, Abuja queues ease off. Rather say commuters, transporters express relief, and black marketers increase purchase in anticipation of relapse. That's on the front page of the Blueprint newspaper. The banner headline there says March 26 Convention Committee list, APC shuts out Buni, Akpanu Dodoye, Fani Kayode, others. We have a couple of other stories. Riders underneath that big story. The first, Zone's National Chairman to North Central, Southwest gets Secretary. Holds NEC meeting Thursday, reduces Convention Committee members. Buni remains caretaker chairman, Senate caucus says, and says he will return from Dubai, resume in that capacity. That's on page 6. Beside the pictures of the day, court ruling, we've hired 18 senior advocates of Nigeria to reclaim our mandate, coming from Umahi. The writer says, you must retract, apologize over your comment, NBA tells Ebonyi governor. That was on page 5 of the Blueprint newspaper. Talking about Electoral Act, Senate throws out Buhari's request for amendment. That's on page 18. And then from the very bottom, page 20, lack of investment reason Nigeria can't meet OPEC quota, coming from Silver. On page 5, KB Deputy Governor escapes as bandits kill 19 security operatives. On page 15, IGP mourns DIG Egbunike condoles with family. On page 18, NDLEA arrest Taraba drug kingpin, 7 officers injured, vehicle damaged. On page 21, Dangote honors late brother, commissions food factory in Kano. On page 20, why electricity supply remains unstable nationwide. That's coming from TCN. And of course, that story is on page 20 of the Blueprint newspaper. Do make sure you grab yourself a copy of all of these newspapers and stay updated on happenings. You can also visit our website, www.tostvnetwork.com, to know what's happening in Nigeria and across Africa, because we have updates for you each day, every time, 247. Also, our social media platform, we have the handle there. It is at TOS TV Network on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So you can stay engaged and get updates as it's happening live. Very seamless and very easy. Thank you for joining us today on Nigeria Now. We see you tomorrow. I remain merciful. Ajinamo.